Hey, how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. I just realized I don't have a hat on, so we'll just deal with that. So today I'm on Entropia Universe. Great game, real cash economy, great way to have some fun. We're at Planet Calypso, which I haven't been back to for a second. It's kind of neat to be back here. I'm at Nia's place. When I first started playing this game, Nia's place was a sweat place. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just wasn't anymore. And I'm gonna let you know, there's been a lot of work done by well, a few people. Mac Mc, Malstrom um, and Lauren Spade and them, they all worked really hard to basically get this place hopping again. I'm going to be hunting here today. I want to make sure I got everything off me first. Hold on 1 second. Go up here. We'll cash this in. Boom. Um, Today, we'll knock out a little bit of hunting. I'm going to be doing the Ambulimaxes. Of course, we're going to dominate on the Ambulimaxes. Get a little bit of ped maybe. I would assume that we're likely to get ped. Let me make sure I have little. I want to make sure I have loot pills on me. I have extra loot pills in here, I'm sure. Hope you guys are having a great day. My day, of course, is awesome. Hold on, well, right there. There's some loot pills. Have to find stuff sometimes. Believe I have a reasonable amount of ped left on this gun. Boom. I'm going to show you guys around. If you guys don't know where Naya's place is, it's down here. It's a great place to have somebody take you. I also want to promote real quick. I don't know if you guys know about it. There's a channel. They've got KMAC radio station. Uh, McAllister and them here. Boom. I'm going to, grab the wrong person's thing. So let me get Mac's thing. I'm going to link Mac's link in our chat real quick just so you guys can follow him if you're not. He's doing a lot of really good work on trying to get this place up. He, of course, runs the KMAC radio, which is very good music. It's chill as heck. Just going to let you guys know. Hey, Snow Ranger, I hope your day's doing amazing. So right here, I'm almost done with this Ambulimax run. I was doing some mining earlier, you guys, just so you know. Look at all these people, though. You guys see this? This is what I'm talking about. So Nia's place is up and going again. They have a great way of listening to music while doing the little sweat circle and stuff like that. Lauren Spade, K-Mac are doing most of the stuff with working on this. I think there are a few other creators. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of people working to make this place hopping. So it's a great place if you guys are looking to sweat circle. If you guys are looking to just chill and listen to some cool music, hey Iverson, I hope you're having a great day. Um, they've got some music going on their channel almost all the time. It's pretty chill beats that they like to play. I was listening the other day. I thought they were doing a really good job with what they're doing. Real quick, I'm going to pop a loot pill in real fast. We'll do a 1 hour 50% skill bonus. I'm using a training rifle, an LR35. And so we're not going to be at max damage on it, but we're going to be pretty damn close and we're going to get a lot of skills. I should be able to get this rank 8 done today pretty fast. After that, we'll work into the rank 9. Maybe I'll even drop, well, you know what we'll do. Hey, Rudivo, I hope you're also having a great day. We'll probably do some mining on Thursday on this planet, to be honest. But we'll do mining in some place that is more complicated, so it's not just mining. And I'm going to be using some kind of ridiculous booster on it. My day has been going so good, you guys. Pretty much happy. As you can tell, this armor with the plates is a good enough combination to deal with the young ambies. He could get a good solid hit, knock off about that much life off me, just for the record. I mean, like this guy, he's got unlucky. Usually I take some damage, it's not just boom. Yesterday I did get a global out here, so I'm not just thinking we were going to have a global instantly. Ironically, I got a regen chip 6 yesterday. I don't need that because I have a permanent regen chip 6, so that was a little interesting, you know. But yeah, overall, see what I mean? This guy's hitting some hits. He's not messing around. He's made a hit on me. But yeah, if you guys are interested in chilling and music and kicking it, they pretty much play music all day. I think they run a kill team out of here pretty often too. In fact, if we were watching the local, I'm pretty sure they announce kill teams like every few minutes. I know yesterday when I was sitting here hunting here before I got my global, they had announced the kill team. I gotta figure out what all I sold here real quick. Oh, I'm out of electropositronic capacitors, guys. I'm gonna have to deposit more of those into the market. I'll do that later on after. I like to make the electropositronic type capacitors because it's like a, I don't know, maybe tier 5, something like that, blueprint. So it gives me a good amount of electronics. I like to build up our electronics for robot hunting. By the way, I just heard that they're doing a robot hunting event on Planet Cyrene. I do love robot hunting, and so I'll probably head there and knock that out. This is a regeneration inhibitor. I don't usually use it. This guy doesn't regenerate to some level that I'm worried about, to be honest. Or I would use it. It only inhibits about 5% for that, but I was kind of building it up at one point. Zapped some stuff the other day, and I was like, I didn't really notice it being that effective. A higher tier one might be more effective. And so maybe if we're at 50% in like inhibitions to regenerations, it would matter more. Not really sure if it would though. These guys are super chill though. They have the ability to drop some great stuff. We didn't face any markup on our weaponry because I made them all, so that's kind of nice. If we get more than one on me, though, I do end up having to pull out my pyrokinetic powers and blast them all down with that stuff. I don't mind doing that, but we're getting towards the tail end of my pyro chip. I'm going to probably have to get another one. I don't mind doing that, but I kind of like to lengthen out the pyro chip stuff as much as possible. Honestly, though, I don't think my markup was super high on this thing. Yeah, see how we got 2 on me? Hold on one second. Yeah, 110% markup. That's not near as bad. This gun I'm using, I think, normally has a greater markup. Well, I know this is incorrect as crap. Oh, we have it tiered over. Okay, yeah. I'll deal with this guy in 1 second. If you guys are bored ever and you guys are wanting to jump in on one of these, hey, let's go shoot a bunch of stuff, you're more than welcome to, by the way. I feel that our mojo is super good. I've got my lime water right here. Super happy about that. I had to go shopping, but I'm going to have to do real shopping though later. Like I did the quick in and out shopping where you go and you grab what you specifically need for that minute, knowing that I didn't want to be in the store for very long at all. Hey Peruch, I hope you're having a great day. And so it is what it is. I have to go actual real shopping later tonight. Not happy about that. I'm not a fan of shopping myself, guys. Like, I even know people that they like to go to the mall and just like do. Oh, see, that's 27th level. This is where I pulled him. I don't want to mess around with him. Let him hit. He'll hit harder. And so we'll pull out a fireball on him. Knock him down as fast as possible. Heal myself up. I don't like being that 50% life zone. I try to stay above that. It's like staying at the top half of your gas tank. Kind of into that on life. It's dangerous to get down there. You know, they could get lucky and strike you with a good, you know, critical hit or something like that. I always worry about that. But that was a crappy outcome right there. Ooh, this guy's right here. Oh, he's mature too. So you know what we'll do? We'll just go straight fireball on him. Get some of these matures out of the way. I'm having a great day. Super good. I hope you are too, Chill Vibes. I don't know how we all of a sudden he's just like dead almost. Boom. Go like this. I put some of these guns in at the wrong price, so I'm gonna have to wait till they fell out of auction and repost them. I probably could just repost them. I wasn't paying attention. Somebody had them overly marked up. Then I like matched their markup, and then I realized that markup didn't even make sense. I don't know what they were doing. And so then I like put some in for the right price, and then all of a sudden they've all sold out, of course. And so at this point I'm like, I could just pull them all out, take them off world with me. So I didn't have. Oh, I do not want summoned. I do not need summoned up into space right this second. Watching these guys. Yeah, so far today, you guys, has been super good. I'm going to let you guys know that King Ads suggested a writer to me the other day. Okay, I'm going to let you know I did listen to a bunch of the book he suggested. And then YouTube, being the genius it is, decided that it would suggest this dude's writing course, right? So then I spent the whole weekend listening to this dude's advice on writing. Okay, the guy has 54 freaking books in multiple genres. I was like, holy crap, man. This guy is insane. And so it's that Brandon, I can't even remember his last name right now, but he writes a whole bunch of stuff. The one book I'm listening to, it's really good so far. His suggestions on writing, though, next level. Like, just, I was like, oh my frick, yay. And so now I realize things about what we were writing that I didn't even know before. Super happy with that. Like, can't wait till Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to get in on it. Like, I don't even know how far we're getting in on it, but pretty hardcore. I'm going to check how much ammo I actually have. Oh, we have way lots of ammo, guys. Weapon cells, I burned up a bunch of this. I'll go make us a new gun if we... Oh, we're not near burnt through. Okay. I thought we were about to be burnt through on that gun, and I was like, oh, I'll make us a new gun if we have to, but... We don't have to. Nowhere near burnt through. Hold on. Oh, no, I am. I'm like 50% through. Look at that, you guys. We're getting there. So far, I'm going to let you know Nia's place pretty fun to hunt at. I've had a blast hunting here. I super enjoyed listening to music and hunting over the weekend. It was music I normally don't listen to, so like a bunch of people I had never heard of. Like pretty wild stuff in some cases, so I like expanding the palette of what's going into my mind and stuff like that. I don't like it to be too WTF, what the heck am I listening to? But most of it was chill as crap, so I like that. I got a pretty good, nice, relaxing weekend, to be honest. Later this week, I'm going to go and I'm going to do artsy stuff at this place called the Palette, too. I'm excited about that. I don't know what kind of artsy stuff yet, but, you know, artsy. Well, it's a painting place, so that kind of artsy stuff. Not a pour painting or something like that. I should do some more pour paintings. If you guys have never done those, they're pretty fun to do. Like, and I have a lot of supplies for it. You need, like, I don't remember what it's called, pouring medium, basically, and some paint, something to pour it over. That's about it. Pick complementary colors. I've got a whole bunch of pour paintings that I've knocked out. I could probably cover the wall behind me. I don't have near as many real paintings, though, you guys. Like, real painting, I'm still barely getting into that. But I do enjoy it. Straight up. It's even if you're bad at painting, it's like a day fishing is better than a day working. A day painting is super chill too, you guys. Looks like a bunch of people are sitting here hunting now, all of a sudden. You got a team of people over here hunting. These guys keep on being spawned on. That's a thick, thick group of people over there. I had a killer globalo yesterday over here. It was just short of HOFing. Just so you guys know. I was happy with it. Well, I don't know if it was just short. It might not have been just short. 140 or something like that. Hey, Star Tracer, I hope you're having a great day. I'm rocking it today. Like, excited for the whole week. Think I'm going to have a bunch of canned food. Everybody I know is canning right now. And they're canning jams, jellies, tomato sauces and stuff. There was 11.77. That's always good. Why do I feel I'm right next to one? I heard a big old grrr, and then I thought to myself, crap, maybe I shouldn't be pulling the one way over there. Trying to remember what that is. Yeah, it's a great day. Got a lot done this weekend. Loaded up the auction house 2 freaking times. I showed you guys 3 because I wasn't thinking my thumb was up. Not 3 times. 2 times I loaded up the auction house, you guys. It went well. Right now I have so much extra like materials for crafting and reloading the auction house. It's kind of a little wild. So I do need to actually cycle through that stuff, get some of it back. And so I'm using up a training gun. Super excited to jump to the LR40 soon, training weapon style. Probably make about 2 or 3 of those, take them off world with me. I need to do shopping, like for actual stuff, like, and make a plan for the week. You guys, if I don't have a plan, like a recipe plan, like this is what I'm going to have on this, ooh, no, I do not want to go to space. If I don't have like a plan, like a menu plan for what I want to eat for the week, it ends up being random, and the likelihood that I eat fast food or some other crap goes up. And I don't find a lot of benefit to eating a whole bunch of fast food, just to be honest, you guys. I think it's okay food. I mean, not nutrition-wise, I don't. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but, like, honestly, if I avoid fast food, I feel I'm much healthier overall. And so, I'm thinking I'm going to have, like, so one of the things I do like is pork chops in mushroom gravy, right? You take a bunch of pork chops, you throw them in a pan, you pour mushroom gravy over the top of them, you throw some seasoning over it, maybe you sizzle up some onions. I like browned onions. And then you put that over the top, and then you put it in the oven, you cook that, and then you take and you have a bunch of mashed potatoes or rice. You pull out your pork chops. You take some of that, um, well, it was soup, but basically after you do that, it's gravy, right? So then you pour that gravy over your mashed potatoes or your rice and stuff. Super good. Super lazy meal to make too, you guys. It is delicious. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to make probably for tomorrow. I like making that. That's like one of the foods. Oh, you guys. Oh, I got to find my recipe book. I'm looking around. I have a recipe book laying somewhere. Hold on, let me kill this guy. I'll find you a recipe book that I'm using currently. I don't think he can kill me, so I could probably kill him while I'm finding my recipe book. I'm going to tell you guys, I found this recipe and then I changed it. And I think I made their recipe better. Crap, I don't know where my recipe book is. Well, when I find it later on, so I'll find it. I don't know where it is. So here's basically what it is. It's a Mediterranean recipe, right? And it is super good on its own. So I'm not saying that they didn't make a good recipe. So what they have you do is they have you brown some chicken breasts. Then you're putting in like 2 types of olives and a whole bunch of artichoke type stuff. And then you simmer it, right? And that was super good. And it's a great recipe. And so I'm not talking crap on it, right? So, but I was thinking, well, you know what? This would be better with a little bit of acidicness in it. So, right, I tried it and I threw a bit of banana peppers on it. And it was freaking delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recook it. I'm going to cut some of the other stuff a little bit, not take it out, but I'm going to reduce the amount of probably olives in the recipe, not eliminate them, but, reduce it. I'm going to keep the artichoke part 100% of the way because I thought that brought a lot to it. I'm going to then mix in the banana peppers. And it's going to be freaking delicious. Like, it was good with just banana peppers, like, flipped onto it and stuff like that. But with it actually simmered down in all the juices and stuff, it's going to be super good. I should write that I'm going to do that this week. I'm really bothered I don't know where my recipe book is. I've got a bunch of recipe books. I love cooking, guys. Honestly, if I didn't have such a high metabolism, you guys, I would be a chunky dude. Just so you guys know. I agree. Because a lot of times recipes are great, but they're not specifically to your taste. I like a little bit of spice to stuff. Sometimes I like a little bit more flavor than other people like. And so, it is what it is. Oh, it's cooked down also in a nice little bit of chicken broth, right? So it's super good already. Really distressed on I'm not seeing my recipe book laying conveniently around. I've got like books laying all over the place though, so that's not a shock. I've got to clean up my books, guys. I literally was just looking around, And I think I have a book literally on every surface of my house. I have books laying on my table. I have books laying right here. I have books over on my coffee table. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I was reading them all, but maybe I was looking through them. But yeah, I haven't got to try. Mediterranean food is super good. I need to find a Moroccan recipe book though. That's what I need to do. I went to Barnes and Noble the other day. Oh, look at that. They gave us 22 point, well, 23 point something ped. 23.15 ped. Right there. That's how you know they love us. I really do feel we're about to have a global. So they didn't have a Moroccan food book at Barnes and Noble. I didn't ask them to order me one, and I kind of feel I should have said, hey, would you guys look up a Moroccan cookbook? I would like to eat some Moroccan food. Basically, if I didn't have a super high metabolism and a super active life, I feel I would be fighting some stuff. Like I would be like in trouble. Not in trouble, but you know what I mean? I'd be more shapely. Let's just say that. The polite way, right? Wouldn't affect my world that much, but I do feel like very blessed to not be fighting that stuff all the time. Probably as I mature and get even older, everybody keeps on telling me one day your metabolism's gonna slow down, blah blah blah. And I actually probably think that they could be right. I mean, it's just like at this point, I'm getting older. You would think it would have already done it, so could happen though. Next year, the next year, the next year after that. If it keeps on going, though, like I'm gonna be in my 50s, and people are gonna be like, one day you're gonna have a thing where I'll be like, oh well. At this point, I don't really care. I'm not quite 50 yet, but we are closing in on it, or at least I am. You guys aren't. You guys are all young and youthful, I'm sure, still. Move this book out of the way. Now I have a book laying over here on top of a different place. I was actually reading that book currently, though. It's a more of a reference book. I love reading, you guys. That's like one of the things I would probably be an advocate of if I was like, hey, I have $1 billion. What can I invest in that I think is actually valuable to society? Reading. Reading programs, guys. Literacy is super valuable. And honestly, all those children hunger programs, I like those too. Those I'm super a big fan of that. Children need to eat properly so that they can focus in school. And on top of that, when you don't feed children properly, it actually inhibits their development mentally and cognitively. It's a net loss for society. We don't need more stupid people in society. Like we probably need to invest in that part. Just gonna say. I'm a big fan of that. Like if you're gonna invest in something, let's invest in a slightly less WTF society across the board globally. I mean, I'm not just talking in America or anywhere actually. Like across the board, it literally is not going to hurt us to have more intelligent people across the world. Or more literate people, more, hey, I wasn't cognitively arrested because I didn't have food as a child. I'm not a fan of that. Not saying that it can be fixed that simply either, though. So, but I am a fan of food programs for kids and for basically anybody. I like people to contribute though. But kids kind of, you know what I mean? They'll contribute later on when they're not stupid. I hope that YouTube doesn't consider discussing food programs for children as a complicated subject. Sometimes, you guys, I don't know what's controversial. It's very hard to tell. I don't know if you guys know, but basically it seems like everything's controversial anymore, except things that in my mind should be slightly controversial. I'm like, oh. I don't know who has the list of what we're all supposed to talk about, but nobody gave me it, so that's what it is. I like these Ambulimaxes. They kind of, though, you know how some people call them bananas? I didn't realize that they actually look like a banana till the other day. I wasn't even thinking about it. And then, you know, when they do that thing when they curl up their head and tail and stuff, which I was trying to get a good angle on. And the spots, they're kind of like a banana that's a few days old. You know what I'm saying? I have to get more bananas, by the way. Oh, I'm going to the Siren event. Yeah, I was told it goes till the 3rd or the 4th. I'm gonna head there. I'm knocking this out today. You know, I'd probably be on Siren on Thursday, to be honest. I love Siren, you guys. I gotta pick up a whole bunch of basic targeting chips and stuff. And so I needed to go there anyway. That's how I make all those Ospen rifles. Without Siren, we'd be in trouble, you guys. Just saying. Siren's a huge, huge handy thing. But the thing is, today, I wanted to also help promote these guys and everything that they're doing on this area. They've been working really hard with the KMAC radio and stuff like that. If you guys haven't followed that, you should. Um, they're just doing a lot of work here. And so I told them, hey, I'd like to promote what you guys are doing. I think you guys are doing a great job. They're building a little community here. I like it the same as Next Island and stuff. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about the juice drops yet, so I'm excited about that. I'll find out about that. What kind of juice drops are we talking about? The juice. I like how that sounds. Yeah, I love Siren, you guys. Sirens, I do the dailies there to get all my little mini skills up. On top of that, that's where I have to harvest pretty much all those basic targeting chips that I get. They're all from there. But my robot hunter is strong. Like, my robot hunting is absolutely one of the things that I think we do pretty dang good. So I've got a good electronic skill. I've got a really good mechanical skill. And my other stuff, like my robot looter, is reasonable. It's not off the chart, you know what I'm saying? Is looter right here? Yeah, robot looter is 37th level. But I'm actually filled out on that stuff. Like, boom. Here, we'll find it. My reclaiming is 5,000, so that's not horrible. My mechanical is somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. Some machinery. My mechanical should be up higher than my machinery for sure. My mechanical manufacturing is. I'm going to have to. Oh, there was electronics. I swear my machinery is higher than my. There's mechanics right there. Yeah. So we're overall Oh, skill juice. Okay, a tradable. I like that. Good. Hey Senka, how you doing this morning? I think it was Senka that literally told me over the weekend. Maybe it was. I don't know who told me. Was it you, Senka, that told me about the event this weekend? Well, somebody did, and it's going to be super handy. I just haven't got around to flying over there. I wanted to finish out this Ambulimax challenge because I really do like. This is going to be a bunch of points, guys. Oh, it was this morning. See, it's all one blur. I didn't even realize it was this morning, this weekend. I just knew somebody had told me about it. I thought it was you. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get all kinds of skill juice. They'll have it fixed by the time I land. Shauna does a great job. I don't know her. I haven't seen what she looks like. I don't know how that would affect anything, but she does a good job. I have no idea what anybody looks like that runs stuff. Boom! Look at that crap! Boom! I knew we were gonna global. They love us. There's plenty of more hunting. Let's also use our reward right here. Okay, we got 4.7 ped. I'm gonna go with, of course, an increase of 4.73 ped of perception. Look at that. We're almost to 5,000 perception. At this point, oh, guys, I'm going to convert that over again. We'll just kick us back up to where we have unlimited shooty shoot almost. See, this is why I'm starting. I've globaled 2 days in a row out here, just so you guys know. Not trying to brag, but I'm kind of bragging. 2 days. I globaled just last night as I was out here, and I just globaled again. So I am no complaint. You know, what we need to do is get Elon Musk to buy a planet so that one of the planets is super loaded and has just a crap load of technology behind it. Like an evolving planet where an AI has like evolving mobs and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm wanting somebody to do something weird with the planet. But they need to have the kind of cash that they can do something super, super important cool. I don't know what that super important cool would be, but I need to watch how much we're burning through this. I might have to go make us another one. I don't know when I got a phone call, but it says I have 3 voicemails all of a sudden. That would be cool. Can you imagine that, though? This game, backed with a bunch of artificial intelligence and stuff like that, could be insane. And tons of money. Throwing tons of money at stuff seems to do a lot. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot that, it's not just Cyrene. I've heard that there's a few planets that have had some pretty good ideas, and they've been had to kick it back and forth multiple times to get it done. And so, MA is a little bit sticky with what they want to allow. I don't know why that is, to be honest. Maybe we need to get enough money and buy Mind Arc. Right now that would cost us millions and millions of dollars, in which, strangely enough, I am lacking millions and millions of dollars. And in all honesty, even if you did do that, I'd want to have millions of extra dollars to then revamp a lot of stuff and make the game better. Not just like, hey, I bought it, like, hey, we bought it and then we made a profound contribution to it being a better, more long-term game for more people. That'd be super nice. Lots more missions. Lots more missions. And just fixing all the crap that needs fixed. A whole team of just fix it dudes. Yeah, that would be a good idea for them to hire. This is a super good mob, you guys. A lot of people don't like these. I feel I'm standing right next to one. Yeah, that one's gonna get all pissed off at me. Really? Yeah, what was your idea? I wonder why they are so resistant to stuff. I don't get the resistance thing. Ooh, that's what I mean, and like they could do that on me. So talking about cooking all that food made me freaking hungry. Just so you guys know, not on purpose. Now I'm like, psh. I'm gonna go shopping later today. I might make a food video. I made my own recipe up in my head. I don't know what to call it. Ooh, I do know what to call it. I'm gonna call it whatever I feel like, right? I like it when we make up stuff. You just get to do what you feel like. I don't think any of this stuff's like copyrighted to where they'd get mad at me if I like name something after in the game. But legitimately, I might literally make up the recipe name and do like an homage to this game. Oh crap! I got a Oh, I think somebody picked up my books. Hold on. I want to show you guys a recipe book that I haven't even got a chance to cook out of yet. I'm going to find it. Okay, so this is not the recipe book that's the Mediterranean recipe book. But check this crap out. This, oh, well, I'll wait till you guys can see it. Hold on one second. I'll show you guys it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna enjoy this recipe book too. I'll probably change half the recipes just to be honest, guys. That's just, I like food, but I like food that's a little bit more flavorful most of the time. This could be all good though. So check this out. I got this recipe book that I haven't even got to use yet. I think you guys can see this. It's a Dungeons and Dragons official Heroes Feast recipe book. And no crap, right? It has like sections. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm hungry, right? It has sections on like human cuisine, elven, dwarven, halfling, uncommon cuisine, elixirs, and else. Honestly, some of this stuff looks freaking dank. Like, that looks a little wild. This is some kind of board meal. I don't know about that stuff. This, though, dragon salmon looks dang good. Looks good plated. I don't have a golden plate to put it on. If I did, I would, though. I don't know if eating off of a golden plate changes the food at all, but, you know. I like salmon if it's cooked right. Not the biggest They even have like flatbreads and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna make this. This is Dwarven flatbread, you guys. So I don't know if you guys like D&D stuff, but I was super, super happy that they had a cool Dungeons and Dragons recipe book in which I'm gonna have to make half of this stuff. This one is a honey ham with pineapple gravy. That seems like something I would eat. And so I'm excited about that book. I got it a while ago, and I haven't cooked out of it yet. That's kind of sad, huh? I probably, this week, I'm going to cook something out of it, too. That ham with the pineapple gravy, that might be what I'm doing. Does that not sound freaking good? Pineapple gravy. Salty sweet. I love salty sweet stuff. Oh. Yeah, they're super picky about... Ooh, I'm backing up into those guys. We got to pay attention. I don't want to accidentally get up into their thing. They're all group hunting up there. By the way, if you guys are ever wanting to just group hunt Ambulimaxes, they've got that going on. Like legit. They're super good about it. And K-Mac, he always streams. He has that K-Mac radio thing going on. I'm going to tell you, it's super chill music that they have. I did list the link. Let me do it again real quick, just in case you guys didn't get that. I'm not saying to ditch me right now, okay? I'm just giving you the link for later on. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to shoot the one there. They're pulling that one, I think. Yeah, that was an accident. I don't want to zippity zap the one they're pulling. But they're doing a super good job getting this place all up and jazzy again. This was dead for a while, and it made me sad. Because when I first started playing, this was super popular as a sweat place. And then all of a sudden, over time, there was nobody here. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why all of a sudden nobody was here. It's kind of sad. It's super sad, actually, you guys. I'm going through my water super fast, though. I don't like that. Yeah, I've got to make a plan for food for the week. You know why I also like hams? Ham sandwiches. I don't know if you guys are ham sandwich fans, but I am a ham sandwich fan. I'm going to make that ham. I'm going to probably make a video on making that ham, you guys, just so you know. That'll be super good. That ham looked delicious. I've never made pineapple gravy, though, before. And that absolutely seems like something that should be on a ham. So obviously we're going for some kind of sweet ham thing going on. I like that. You guys following AMC at all, the stock? I'm going to let you know, if you guys shorted them, you made the right choice. Not really a fan of their CEO just right now, guys, just so you know. I think the guy's, well, I'm not going to talk meanness about him, but basically I'm not a fan of him. I think he's doing a lot of weird stuff. It's his company. Well, it's a company he's charged with taking care of, at least. You bought it $10? Oh, you're good then. Yeah, it's been beat the tar out of, huh? Yeah, I was just following it. I'm kind of trying to decide what I think. That guy's beating it down on purpose. You guys know that, right? Like, not only the ape AMC convergence, which I don't even know has that even happened yet, but on top of that, that reverse split that they did, brutal, brutal stuff, you guys. Literally, I'm starting to tell you, and this is not investment advice in any capacity, but I'm starting to think that anytime they're about to do a reverse split on a company is a great time to position short against it. Because I haven't seen a reverse split that doesn't drop significant in price yet. But of course, I've only been following reverse splits for a little bit. So, you know what I mean? It's not like, hey, after watching 100 of these happen, this is my theory. That's not what I'm saying. I've only watched about 5 reverse splits happen. Um, no, no, AMC, the meme stock that gets manipulated all the time. AMD is a great stock to hold. So AMD is super good profit. Look at AMC right now, though, right? Watch, I'll tell you guys about it. AMC is getting beat the tar down. It was at $3 before they did a 10 times reverse split, right? Now, that brought it up to, so AMC, even with a 10 on 1 reverse split, is at 11.10 right now. It is absolute frick hammered. In fact, over the last year to date, they have destroyed 73.19% of its overall value. That's absolutely brutal. Brutal crap, guys. I'm watching it. I knew a lot of people that were playing it because there was a short squeeze against it, and then all of a sudden they like decided that like they were out of it. I got out of it a while ago and kept like 10 shares, in which was then exposed to the reverse split, and it's exposed to their convergence too. But I wasn't worried about it. I only kept like enough to keep a share during reverse split to watch it, which I didn't need to do. But you know, I naughty enough did it. Yeah, you got out when you should have. They've done nothing but brutalize that stock. That CEO is straight up decimating the stock value on purpose, like legit. And he's not done. Like, he'll have that. I don't even know what he'll have it down to. I'm a little bit like WTF. I'm not going to take a short against it because I don't play shorts on meme stocks that get, you know, short squeezes launched against them all the time. But legitimately, that guy, he's on a mission. I don't even know where he'll knock that down to. I'm not sure if it's even worth buying once he knocks it down to, though, because I don't like CEOs that purposely destroy the value of their stock. I'm not a fan of that. In all honesty, I think that that's a super douchebag move in most cases, just so you guys know. Not a fan at all. And so at this point, the guy's just the kind of CEO that honestly I would probably not hold any positions. In fact, I'm gonna take my loss right now and get rid of the one share I have right now because I don't like him. I know that sounds mean. I'd rather take a loss in something, especially since he's going to continue to do stupid stuff, and reposition it into something else. I only had a monitoring share, but I don't like him to the point that I'm like, psh, I'm cool with getting rid of that. You know how it is. Once I decide a CEO's a something something, I'm not a holder of whatever they have. Boom. That fast. I'll take that $11.10 and place it somewhere else. I was monitoring it in case there was a good short squeeze played against them. But at this point, he's doing enough stuff that nobody's successfully going to have a solid short squeeze against him, just so you guys know. Like, he's eliminated that. When he merged in the ape stuff with, well, I'm not going to say it couldn't happen, but I wouldn't depend on a short squeeze happening. The last short squeeze that happened was super clean, super logical, but at this point he's diminished the value so much that I have zero faith in his company. Like, they'll have a profitable quarter this next quarter because of the summer earnings and because of Barbie and all that stuff. But right after that, I would bet on crap for them. I have a super good reverse position using options right now, though, that I'm comfortable with, and it's. I do. I own game shares, but I own them more or less to support the game than anything. Yeah, I own game shares, and they're so. Because of how I trade, owning shares is super low profit. And because of the brokerage fee that they have, trading in shares isn't very profitable. So it's reasonable profit for somebody that doesn't actively trade. Like if you're just investing and holding something, it's reasonable, right? But if you trade, it's so right now, just so you guys know, and this is not advice, I have reverse positions against the economy. I have long-term options held out to 2025 of January, and they're literally in contra assets. And so basically I'm holding a contra short against the economy as a whole. That's all the way out till 2025. The other position I have stuff in is mostly in cash. And then the other one is I have stuff in Gain. I don't know if you guys know about Gain, but Gain is a super high returner. So I'll tell you what I bought Gain cheap too, guys. Cheap. So when the last time something bad happens to the economy, I have Glad too right now. I have Gain, Glad. Oh, and SoftBank. I always hold SoftBank. But that's not suggesting to you. That's just. So my average cost was pretty low. I could buy it at the cost that is reasonable right now still. But Gain has a PE ratio right now of 13.075. So you're buying $1 in earnings per every like 13.075. No, Gain is it's Gladstone Investment. It's a REIT technically. It's not technically. It is a REIT. And it has a dividend yield of 7.476. And so I'm making almost 7.5% in dividends off of it. And so, in all honesty, you guys, I'll tell you who told me about Gain. So, Deepwater, who also does videos, he's a big freaking he likes stocks too. So me and him visit stocks weekly. And at one point he let me know, he's like, "Hey, look, I'm switching over on the next time I flip my stocks. I'm going to switch over and I'm just doing a dividend investment strategy for the next year or so." So I'm going to let you know that that was. See, I'm not scared of the residential bubble. I'm waiting for the impact of the commercial bubble. So the residential bubble will hit. Don't worry, that'll get taken up. People have to have a place to live. There's literally not a housing excess. There are tons of industrial and residential buildings that are setting there, just setting. And so I'm very concerned about a commercial properties bubble pop. So I do think that a residential pop will happen, you guys. So I have a good amount of my money is not in stocks at all right now. So what I've done is I have a fist full of, hey, I think something bad's going to happen within the next year. And I believe that we'll at least have a 20 to something percent pullback. I'm good with that. I like that. So I have that money set aside for if we have a giant pullback, and I'll buy, but I won't buy all at once. I'll buy in an incremental drop, right? So what I'll do is I'll drop half of it on where I think is 25, 20% down. If it keeps going down, I'll drop another increment, and I'll drop over my average cost on that. Now, at the exact same time, I will then trigger my reverse options against the economy, and I'll take the money from that. Now, those, though, I will then redeploy on things that I think will recover quickly and things that are going to pay out a dividend. I'll buy dividends with them. I know that sounds like an overly mean. Basically, I'm set for the economy having something bad happening. I'm not. If you guys were thinking that I'm in, like, I don't know how a good expression. Most of the expressions I know are probably the kind of expressions that would get me in trouble. So, but I'm not in deep. Let's just put it that way. On positions, I have huge liquidity and a huge position against the economy over the next year and something, like year and few months. And in all honesty, guys, my reverse position has already gained a good amount. So I'm not the only one thinking that, because the options all the way out to January. What day are my options till? Let me look real quick. My call option is a good call option. It's on a company called SH, which is basically a short shares holding option vehicle. But I don't own the stock. I have an option on the stock at $13. And then my option expires January 17th of 2025. And so I have a huge amount of time on that. And so I'm up already on that. I bought it pretty cheap, and they're trading at about 1.95, zone and stuff like that. In fact, the last sell, what was the last sell at? 1.9 was the last sell, and my purchase in was 1.58. So I'm already superly up on it. And so I could sell right now, but I believe that we're going to have something bad happen. And so I'm holding it, because when something does happen bad, then what I'll do is I'll trigger it. I have more than one. And if you guys don't know how, you don't ever have to take possession of a call, because somebody else will always buy your call off. Like, if it's a good call. Like, if it goes your way, you can sell your call like fast. And so I have it set up to where what will happen is I will wait till something bad happens, and then I will then sell my call to somebody who may be covering their bad position, or maybe they have enough money to invoke and then sell. I'm not going to invoke, I'm just going to sell the option itself, in which I'll make the money regardless. And so each option is 100 times that amount because it's a book, basically. You have 100 shares of callable power in each option that you hold. And so they're super, super strong. I like options, guys. Options are super dangerous, but once you get comfort levels with that danger and stuff like that, they're like the most powerful thing you can have. Like, say you thought that some stock was going to hit some a price or some crap like that. Well, basically, they let you play in every direction. They also are the vehicle you use in most cases to short. If you're ever wanting to short something, that's what you want to do, is you take out an options position. I'm going to let you guys know if you're going to be doing like puts instead of calls and stuff, though, make sure you're freaking covered. Don't ever be doing uncovered shorts. People do that, and that's how they get in big freaking trouble. But there is a residential bubble. The residential bubble won't matter. It'll get ate up fast. Because investors will come in and they'll buy up those places and they'll turn them into long-term rental properties. And so that's why it's just a totally different aspect, because long-term, if there is a housing market collapse, huge amounts of those are just going to get ate off the market for long-term positions. And in the U.S., we don't have things restricting foreign groups from coming in and buying up that stuff. And so in all honesty, I wouldn't be blown away if you have some foreign investment company come in and take huge positions in the overall residential markets. Because if you think about it, say you're a Chinese investment firm and we have a giant housing market collapse and stuff like that. They know that they can make money off of renting houses in the U.S. market hand over fist above what they're going to have to pay. And they're not going to be carrying equity loans on that stuff necessarily, because they have enough capital to just go in and make a move. They don't have to, and they probably won't care depending on what interest rates look like at that point. But with current interest rates, they have an advantage because they have enough capital not to expose themselves to that cost. Now, Canada, which I don't live in, they passed, I think, rules restricting out that from foreign market buyers coming in and doing that. Most countries, though, guys, they don't have that. I know a dude right now, this is going to sound brutal, but he's over in Turkey because he thinks the Turkish market is going to have a huge collapse. And he wants to have money in place because his whole plan is he wants to get some of the hotels cheap. Because tourism is a constant thing. And I guess when the Greek market collapse happened, he had went over there and formed some kind of little company to buy up that kind of stuff, like vacation rentals and stuff like that over in Greece, because he didn't give a crap. He's like, long term, there's going to be guys going on vacation in Greece next year and the year after that and the year after that. And so he was just looking into like rental properties and stuff like that are in more of the touristy areas, in which he made a lot of money on that. Now he's waiting for a similar event to happen in Turkey. I don't follow Turkey's economy, so I'm not going to tell you guys that's going to happen or not. But that guy makes money specifically in that market type. Like, that's his thing. That's his cup of tea. I listened to him, I think he's correct. Like, I just don't have the money to fly over to other countries and be like, yeah, next time this economy collapses, I'm going to go on a shopping spree. But he's correct. It's like if Mexico had a giant economic poop out, we all know that people are going to go on vacation in Cancun, right? Like Cancun's going to have people vacationing next year, the year after that. And unless they literally just went into like such a collapse that it was never going to recover, anything you could buy up there would be profitable within less than 2 years. And like highly profitable. And so, um, but no, REITs and stuff like that, they're likely to take a hit. When they do take a hit, though, I'm going to buy more. And until then, I'm getting a 7 point something percent dividend. And so, like, maybe it matters, but I'll keep taking that dividend. And so, they can take that hit. I'll recover on it long term. And so, I'm not that worried about it. Now, I'll tell you what, commercial properties, I'm not touching them. Like, if a company was overexposed to commercial properties, I would be super, super afraid right now. I would be. That's not advice, and that's not telling you guys that I'm a crystal ball of anything. I'm pretty good, but I am not a crystal ball. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you though, I have done pretty well. Hold on, let me find if I can find my percent return. It's pretty crazy. I'm supposed to be still shooting this guy. I want to show you guys. Yeah, there's dead malls and there's office space all over the place that contracts don't need to be re-upped. Like, you know how much office space is just sitting there worthlessly? I'm going to kill this guy and I'll find you guys my percent return. It's insane, just so you guys know. It's not normal. That's what I will tell you. If you guys are expecting a normal percent return, it's not. It makes me look like I have superpowers. Okay. That's not it, but let me find this. Browse. Hmm. I'm trying to find my thing. I know I pulled a image on it before. And so I thought I'd be able to just find it super easy. Well, I could tell you it, but you guys are not going to believe me, most likely. Just so you guys know. Oh, I found it. Okay, I'm going to show you this, guys, and then you guys are going to be like, WTF? Um, you guys are going to not really want to believe this, but this is my percent return, you guys. I'm at a 3,047.86 all-time percent return is what I am. And so I didn't start with a huge amount of money though, so that has ground up. It's not like, hey, this is I'm not in millions of dollars. That's over 5 years though. So I've been actively investing on Robinhood for 5 years at this point. Well, I think 5 years. I'd have to check. Maybe it's 6 or going on 6. But yeah, I dominate my returns. But here's the deal. I don't invest. You can't invest and get those returns. I trade, and there's an absolute difference, and I could lose all my money, in which if you guys invest, you guys are not going to lose all your money. Okay? So there's a difference. I'm doing super high risk behavior on a large amount of just high riskness. So like my ability to just be like, oh crap, I just messed myself over is there. And I do make bad decisions, but my returns outweigh my bad decisions. Oh, hold on. Oh, a stock type based game would be interesting. Can I tell you, I always thought that if I had a video game, I would be taking and I would be investing in stocks with the money so that I didn't have to worry about player base, so that I could just do the video game I wanted to do. I don't know why they don't. Like have massive holdings, especially like Entropia Universe. When MindArc releases outside, I'll buy some. So I'm for owning some MindArc. I own some stuff, but I don't own the stuff to make the money. You know what I mean? Like I own some stuff because like I always own SoftBank, you guys, because I believe in what they do and because they're a smart company and I like to hear what they're working on and other stuff like that. I like to get their perspectives. I like the shareholder reports and stuff like that because they always know what's going on. If you guys don't know this, SoftBank owns everything. Just so you guys know. Like, seriously, they're not a bank, you guys. SoftBank is like, it's a Japanese company, but it owns everything. Like, or at one point did own it. They have like $1 trillion in their just like random fund for emerging technologies. They literally can buy up whatever they want. They owned Boston Dynamic and all that used to be theirs. They still own so much stuff you wouldn't believe. Now, does I make money owning their stock? Not really. Do I get to read a whole bunch of really interesting stuff that they put together because I own that stock? And on top of that, they have the best AI type stuff. Like all the AI companies and stuff like that, they're predominantly controlled by SoftBank. SoftBank is not a bank. In fact, here, I'll pull you guys this up. I'm going to move over here. Let me pull up SoftBank real quick. I'm going to get my AI thing to generate stuff on this company. Yeah, it's not quite $1 trillion, but their vision fund alone is huge. Now imagine that this vision fund, hold on one second, game capture off, display capture on. Okay, imagine this vision fund is just the amount that they have to invest in buying new companies and other crap. So they literally are emerging technologies, advanced telecommunications, internet services, AI, smart robotics, clean technologies, all of it's theirs, including like, here, watch this. You're going to be like, holy crap. Blah, blah, blah. So all this broadband technology, all of that, $100 billion there, like, so all of these acquisitions are from there. All of these acquisitions are in 1 year. All of these acquisitions right here, including, you see this, American chip designer. So do you know SoftBank is also the one developing the line over in Saudi Arabia? It's one of their sub companies that's developing all the technology and stuff like that. So they just bought, well, basically they have controlling interest in energy companies, and just basically they buy whatever they want. They have unlimited money, and they have AIs helping them with their decisions in what to buy, in which I can't afford an AI to help me make decisions, correct? I just can't. So what happens is I own SoftBank because then I get to kind of keep track of what they're doing because they're able to make better decisions than I can make. So then I read their stuff, and I read, like, because they always have to put out there, this is what we feel about the economy, this is what we feel about this section. They own stuff in every sector. So by owning them, I'm able to kind of get a report from them on everything. And so I own them because they're my canary in the coal mine. If SoftBank goes and says, we have short-term concerns that there will be an economic pullback in this section or in this country, guess what? I'm pretty sure that they're probably right. Just going to let you guys know. So, crazy story about SoftBank. The dude that founded SoftBank originally opened up a TV store. Like, SoftBank emerged out of a dude's TV store. Yeah. Now it owns everything. Guy opened up a television store. Now he's controlling a company that has almost $1 trillion in spending cash to buy emerging technologies. And so I own SoftBank for that reason. So SoftBank itself, I'm not worried they're going to go out of business. And I like to have the investor reports and all the other stuff. Plus, if AIs take over the world, I want the AIs to know I own part of that company that owns the world now. So I own stock for that reason too. Just in case it influences the AIs to not kill the shareholders. I don't think AIs are going to kill the shareholders or anybody, just for the record, intentionally. But I feel like if I own part of the company that owns all of the AIs, that my odds are better in not having, and that's just craziness probably, but you know what I mean? But like, just in case the AIs are listening, I'm one of your shareholders. You don't have to get me. I don't want to mess with you. No, it's not going to kill its shareholders first. Don't tell me that. Skynet will not. Skynet likes us all. I find it's fascinating. But yeah, SoftBank is like, yeah, they sold Boston Dynamic. They owned a lot of robotics, you guys. So they took all of the technology they wanted. So they buy all these companies, take what they want, move it into, like, I don't know where it gets moved into, their own other stuff, and then they flip the companies, making tons of money. That's why, yeah, they're super fascinating. Like, I always hold them. I don't even give a crap if they lose value, go up in value. I don't care. I'll hold a little bit of them just because I find them to be crazy powerful. Questionably powerful, by the way. Like, they're powerful enough that honestly, they could subvert governments. And nobody ever brings them up. Like, ever. Like, you know how they'll be like, well, this company's too powerful and blah, blah, blah. I've never heard somebody say crap about SoftBank at all. Never. And SoftBank literally has more money and more power than almost any company I've ever heard somebody complain about. But they use AIs to help them. Yeah. They have more money than those two. Like, no crap. Watch this. I'll even pull it. Net worth of BlackRock investment. $192 billion is the net worth of BlackRock investment. So SoftBank has more money in their annual budget for buying emerging technologies than the value of BlackRock fully. Net worth of SoftBank. Maybe they're equal. Hold on, let's look at this. 66. Net worth of BlackRock investment. Oh, BlackRock has a little bit more than them, you guys, right now. What does Vanguard have, though? Vanguard investment total. Net worth of Vanguard investment. Vanguard totally outguns them both, you guys. Vanguard is 8.1 trillion. Crazy. Crazy money. So I'm going to tell you, I don't like BlackRock. I think that they are well ran. I just don't like them. Just to be honest. Vanguard's fascinating. I actually don't have a problem, even though it's the same people, because I think that they make enough bad decisions. As funny as that is. SoftBank doesn't really make bad decisions. Like, they very rarely lose money, and it's usually by their people-driven investment groups that they lose money. And so, like, it is what it is. That's crazy, though, that those companies, those 3 companies alone, and probably 4 or 5 others, are, I bet 6 companies altogether are the majority of the world's economic power. Just to be honest. Which is fascinating, right? I think it's fascinating. Fascinatingly dangerous, yes. Fascinating still, nonetheless. Super interesting. We live in a crazy world, you guys. None of this is investment advice, you guys. All of you guys need to do due diligence. Think for yourself. Pay attention to stuff. Also, can I tell you, there are some companies that I just think are total douchebags. So I wouldn't invest in them based on their, like, I don't like them. And so, although, can I tell you, I've read some investment books by George Soros before. I'm not a fan of the guy, but the guy is super freaking smart. He was writing in books on investment back in the day, and I'm going to let you guys know, if you read his stuff, you can't think this guy's a moron. You come away knowing, hey, this guy's a super smart guy. I question his ethics partially, but for the level of intelligence that the guy is, he's smart. Like, read one of his investment books, and you'll understand that guy is not an idiot in any capacity. Like, is he a good guy? Probably not. Is he super intelligent? Yeah. Yeah, he's super intelligent. And his books, I've only read a couple of them so far. I would read more, just to be honest. Are great books if you're trying to understand investment. The other one that's super good is Warren Buffett has a book called Snowball. And it's super good if you're just trying to understand dividend investment and stuff like that, and how to become wealthier and use capital. Um, and Warren Buffett also, at least when he was younger, was a super smart guy. I mean, it's hard to say if these guys are still as smart as they were when they were younger because, they've aged. And in all honesty, some of your brilliance sometimes fades when you get older. It just is what it is. But Warren Buffett, when he was a younger man, was just a really smart dude. So was George Soros. George Soros just, and I don't know if he's a bad guy or a good guy. That's all everybody's personal beliefs and stuff like that. I don't agree with him on a lot of subjects, though, and he deploys his money in what he believes in, and he's made a lot of it. And so personally, I'm not a big fan of his, but I'm a huge fan of how smart he is. You know what I mean? It's where you can recognize somebody's brilliance and disagree with where they went with it outside of, dang, that guy understood money. I do also, though, believe, and this is just a personal opinion, not fact, I do believe he destabilizes places sometimes. Boom! They're loving us today. I'm going to tell you, it's absolutely mojo power today. I don't know that for fact, so I'm not making an insinuation, especially against one of the men that's the wealthiest man in the world. But I do think that he sometimes is a force for destabilization in some cases. And I think he profiteers about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that as a fact. I'm saying that as an opinion. It appears to me sometimes like that might be happening. I don't have the kind of money to destabilize anything, so don't worry, I'm not doing that. I don't know if I'd bother doing it if I had that kind of money, guys. There's enough people doing that kind of stuff that you could just wait till some of them did it and just act on that. But straight up, George Soros, smart guy. Super smart guy. There's a lot of super smart people that I've read their stuff, and I totally don't agree with where they went with their intelligence, but I recognize they're not stupid just because I disagree. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to look at somebody's intelligence outside of your perspective of things. Or you won't recognize it when somebody that disagrees with you is still genius, and that's how you lose. Straight up. You want to win? You realize when the other guy that you disagree with is brilliant, and you figure out how you can incorporate that brilliance. You don't go and sit there and be like, well, George Soros, he's a bad guy in my opinion, which I don't say he's a bad guy. That's not what I'm saying. But if I were super rich, I would be going a different direction than him probably. But the thing is, we all have to acknowledge he's been super, super successful, right? At taking things the direction he wants to, in which he has culminated a massive amount of wealth. And so, if you guys ever were like, hey, I disagree with that guy and I wish I could counteract him, the way to counteract him isn't by thinking that you have nothing to learn from him. It's by figuring out what there is to learn and then learning it and incorporating in what you want to see in the world. Because he's already decided what he wants to do in the world, and it looks like he's pretty successful at it. And so, no matter what you're wanting to do, you know what I mean? But I will have to say, he puts his money on what he wants to see happen. He doesn't sit there like most people will be like, I wish this would happen, or oh, wouldn't it be nice? That guy, he makes it happen. I don't even know if what level of what he makes happen, but I feel he does make it happen. I just, personally would be doing different stuff. And so, it's all personal things, right? Now, if he wanted me to come and run his giant mega corporation and manage all that money, I would do it. It just, I don't think he's going to ask me to, because I would go a different direction. I would be like, hey, how about we do different stuff? I think it's interesting. I think money is just fascinating, you guys. It's just a vehicle of action and a stored economic reservoir. That's all it is. It's not even a real thing. I mean, it's a real thing because we've agreed on it as a consensus construct. It's what it is. We have a consensus construct. That's what it is, guys. Which is very powerful. Very powerful. You agree that you're going to give me so many hours of your day for so many pieces of paper, and then some other guy agreed that they were going to let you use so many of those pieces of paper to buy some goods. Yeah. No, that's what it is. It's a mechanism of stored economic value that we've decided that we have a consensus on. That's it. I'm going to tell you guys, wait till the next. So this is just going to be theory. This is not fact. This is just a theory. I believe the next time we have a massive banking collapse type situation go on, what they're going to do is they're going to release the digital dollar. Now, this is just my opinion. They'll release it by bailing out the banks with the digital dollar, and they'll give the banks so much digital currency. The banks then will be basically flush with digital currency, and all of the stimulus will also be given out strictly in digital currency. We all know that people will accept free stuff, right? And so stimuluses and bailouts are the easiest way to make it where it's instantly adapted. And so I feel, this is an opinion, that there will be an orchestrated financial issue that will then bring in an easier pathway to digital currency. That's total me just talking out my butt though there, guys. That's not, I don't have evidence that they're going to do some destabilizing thing to usher in digital currency. But if I were trying to figure out how do I get banks to accept this digital currency, and how do I get people spending digital currency immediately without question, an economic collapse is how you do it, especially if there's a bank run and a banking system issue, right? So what you have to do first is, one, you have to create a liquidity crisis, so banks need money so that they can actually pay out depositors. And two, you need it where consumers are willing to accept the money, right? So what you do is you sit there and you create a liquidity crisis, and an economic downturn, then you usher out money to the banks in the form of digital currency so that they can stabilize themselves, and they're going to take it because they're wanting to stay in business. And then you get it in the hands of a bunch of consumers, and boom, you've got digital dollar acceptance within days. Maybe not days, but let's say maximum how long do you think it would take before people are actively spending digital currency if it's given out as a stimulus and if your bank just received it. So I know for a fact businesses like money, and if everybody's currency is all of a sudden that everybody that has a bunch of stimulus money to spend, it's all digital currency, you can bet you that then businesses will adapt to it immediately also. So you have consumers, businesses, and the banking system with a single crisis. So that's really all they have to do is create a liquidity crisis, then have a massive economic downturn with some kind of like potential for a bank run. Boom, you've got digital dollarization. It is what it is. Now, that, guys, that's not what I'm saying is going to happen. That's just my own, my yin-yang theory, which is based on nothing. If I were trying to force people, which I don't believe in forcing people to adapt to things, I believe in a pretty much free market approach to most stuff. But if I wanted to force people to do it, that's how I would do it. That's just if I was trying to force people. Like if you wanted to do it naturally, you do it a whole long, slow way of some kind that I didn't think about. Because I don't think much happens naturally, to be honest. But that's that's what I think. That's not a... You know, sometimes I think people just like, when they're watching my Entropia videos, they're probably like, what the heck is this? I'm not really sure what they think it is, but yeah, I feel that they're getting ready to create a digital dollarization. Like, soon. Maybe not, though. You know? Who knows? Doesn't that seem like a super easy way to do it, though? Seems easy to me. Because once you make banks take the money, and they will, boom, you're done. Banks and a bunch of consumers, businesses will always follow. Now, there might be a few holdout businesses that are like, we're going to take real dollars, and we don't want to do that, but for the most part, let's just be honest. If most of the money in circulation is all of a sudden digital, they're taking it. That's my thoughts on it, at least. It's not some kind of prophecy, you guys. When it happens, though, let's all pretend we're shocked. Be like, whoa, this is totally a natural phenomenon, and it could have just happened out of nowhere. I'm going to invest against it. I mean, like, into what happens anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not confused. Things happen. You got to be ready for them. But I'm going to pretend I'm shocked when all of a sudden I'll be like, whoa, who could have seen this coming? Maybe I should clip some of the stuff I randomly say. Sometimes. Probably not. I like living. I realize maybe sometimes I probably shouldn't say what I think. Should be like, But I'm going to pretend to be shocked. When we have an economic downturn and a bunch of stuff and they roll out the digital dollar to save us all, I'm going to be like, whoa. You guys remember Joey from Full House? That's how I'm gonna whoa. I don't know if you guys remember that. Probably not. But like that. That's exactly how I'm gonna pretend. I don't know. I don't really like the digital dollar, just so you guys know. But you know. Hey! Star Tracer, where are you at? Let's get you this. I'm about to get off anyway. Oh yeah. No, I agree. No, nobody wants to give anybody a physical paycheck anymore. Um, Star Tracer, where are you at in game? Are we friends yet? Let's see. Is it Star Tracer in this? No. What's your name in game, Star Tracer? Well, I'm gonna get you this money right now. What's your name? Oh, I would have had to type it in up here. You are right here. Oh, McFly, I've seen you. Okay, boom. Okay, I got a request sent at you. I didn't look at where you are. Where are you at? Let's go find you. I'm about to hop off anyway, so this will make it easy. Is this you? No, that's Bob. Bob's popular in the sweat circle, just so you guys know. The other day I was listening to him talk to Bob. Where do I find you, Star Tracer? I noticed you're on right now. Oh wait, I could just find you now. Look at this, guys. This the power of the internet. Fort Zeus. I'm on my way to Fort Zeus. I don't have Fort Zeus. What the heck? I don't have Fort Zeus somehow. Where's the nearest um teleporter zone to Fort Zeus? Where do you want to meet, Star Tracer? Hold on, I'll message you and ask you. Boom. Bob's trying to be nice to people in Rookie. Okay, Port Atlantis. Boom. The mall teleporter or just the normal one? No, it doesn't matter. We'll find it. Port Atlantis Mall. Boom. On my way there right in a second. By the way, thank you very much for being an amazing channel supporter. I know that you guys view and watch for a very long time to earn your prizes, and I really do appreciate it. It's super helpful for my channel. Super helpful. Oh, I need to keep that like that. Hold on. Oh, I love this look. Look at that. Does that guy not look like a synth off of Fallout? Oh, people are coming in, guys. Boy, this is a popular place right now. Oh, boom. Here's Star Tracer. Look at that. I think oh, there he is. Boom. Boom. Thank you super much for all the channel support. It is a huge help to me always. Real quick, I'm going to trade over to Mac after I find his channel. I know it was just up. Yeah, Mac. Let me type this in. That way I can support. They're really working on this, you guys. Just so you guys know. They're attempting to get this whole KMAC radio up all the way, and they really are trying to create more and more community type oriented things, in which that's what this game needs, is more people doing community type stuff. I'm waiting for it to raid over. Boom. I think it raided. I want to make sure it raided. Yeah, they're always tricking me with the we pretended to raid somebody. Says I'm already raiding him. I don't know what's going on there. We're writing the book though. That is happening. Oh. Hold on, guys. Sometimes this thing hates me for some reason. And I'm never sure. Okay, I'm gonna hope that it actually raids over. I'm never sure if it's gonna. Hold on one second. We'll do this one time. Okay, it says I am raiding over to him. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have an amazing day. Peace and very best. No, I'm not hating. I think you guys